Om Namo Narayana, and welcome back. Today we're in the Ramayana, Book 3, reading chapters 14 and 15. 14 is called Rama Meets Jatayu. While the son of the Raghu clan was going to Panchavati, midway he saw an eagle with a big body who was greatly valorous. Rama and Lakshmana, upon seeing it in the forest, suspecting it to be a Rakshasa, said, "Who are you?" He replied to them sweetly and in a soft tone, as if to please them, "O lad, I am a friend of your father." Rama, knowing him as his father's friend, respected him, and Rama asked him about his clan as well as his name. Hearing Rama's words, asking about his clan and about him, that bird told him about the genesis of all beings. "O Rama, hear! In the olden times there existed lords of the people, and please hear me about all of them. The first among them was Kandam Panchavati, who was followed by Vikruta and later Sesha, and still later Samsarya, who had many valorous sons. He was followed in that order by Sathanu, Marichi, Atri, the very strong Kathu, Pulasya, Angira, Pachata, Pulaha, Daksha, Vivaswan, and Arishtanemi. O Rama, after him the greatly illustrious Kashyapa was born at the end. We hear that Daksha Prajapati had 60 very famous daughters. Kashyapa accepted 8 of those daughters, who had a slender waist. They were Aditi, Diti, Danu, Kalaka, Tamra, Krodhavasa, Manu, and Anala. Kashyapa, who was in love with those 8 maids, told in turn to each of them, "Please give birth to sons who are lords of the 3 worlds, similar to me." O intelligent Rama, Aditi, Diti, Kalaka, and Danu agreed with his proposal, while the others did not give heed to it. Aditi gave birth to Devas called Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, and Aswins, a total of 33 of them. Diti gave birth to the famous Daityas, and this earth with its forests and oceans belonged to them earlier. Danu gave birth to Hayagriva. Kalaka gave birth to Kalaka and Naraka. But Thamra gave birth to 5 world-famous girls: Krunchi, Bashi, Sayena, Drutar, Suki, and Drutharashti. Krunchi gave birth to owls. Basi gave birth to vultures. Sayeni gave birth to greatly shining eagles and vulcans. Drutharashi gave birth to swans and also to other water birds. Drutharashi also gave birth to Chakravaka birds. Shuki gave birth to Nata, and her daughter was Kadru. Krodhavasa gave birth to 10 of her self-same daughters, namely Mrigi, Mrigamanda, Hari, Bhadramanda, Bhatangi, Sharduli, Shweta, Surabi, and like that to Sarasa, who is embodied with all giftedness, and even to Kadruva. The children of Mrugi were all the types of deer. Mrigamanda's children were bears, and Shrimaras had yak and oxen. Bhadramandra gave birth to Iravati, and she gave birth to the elephant Iravathi, who is the elephant which is the lord of the earth. Hari's offspring are lions, and mighty as well as monkeys, and Sarduli gave birth to baboons and tigers. Mathangi's children were elephants, and Sweta gave birth to 8 elephants, which are the guardians of the 8 directions. Then Surabi gave birth to 2 daughters, the very famous Rohini and Gandharvi. Rohini produced cows. Gandharvi gave birth to sons who were horses. Sarasara gave birth to serpents, and Kadru gave birth to ordinary snakes. For the great soul, Kashapya lady, Manu produced men, or Manushyas. consisting of Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. From the Vedas we hear that Brahmins were born out of face, Kshatriyas from the chest, Vaishyas from the 2 thighs, and Shudras from the 2 feet. Anala gave birth to trees bearing all fruits. And I will tell you about Vinatha, the daughter of Shuki, and Kadru, the sister of Sharasa. Kadru gave birth to a 1,000-headed serpent who bears the earth, and Vinatha gave birth to Garuda and Aruna. I was born out of Aruna, and Sampati is my elder brother, and so know me as Jatayu, the son of Sieni. If you wish, I can help you out during your stay here, for this impassable forest is full of wild animals and rakshasas, and I can protect Sita when you or Lakshmana go out. Rama honored Jatayu by gladly hugging him and bowing to him, and that kind-hearted Rama, recognizing Jatayu's friendship with his father, spoke again and again. Then Rama, taking Sita, along with the very powerful bird, went to Panchavati in the company of Lakshmana, with a view to destroy the enemies like fire destroys the butterflies. Thus ends chapter 14. Chapter 15 is called Lakshmana Builds a Hermitage in Panchavati. After reaching Panchavati, filled with various types of animals and snakes, Rama told Lakshmana, "O good-natured one, as directed by the sage, we have come to this place called Panchavati, full of flowering trees. You being an expert on building hermitages, please see all the directions of this forest and decide on the place very suitable for our hermitage. Look for a place where Maithili can entertain herself along with you and me, where you can see a water source nearby, where the forest beauty enhances the beauty of the location, and where plenty of sticks for sacrifice and flowers for worship are available." When Rama told like this, Lakshmana, with folded hands and salute in front of Sita, told Rama, "Oh, my brother, even I live for 100 years, I would be dependent on you, so you only choose the place, and I would act as per your wish." That great Rama was greatly pleased by the words of Lakshmana, and he thought and checked all the aspects, and chose a place which had all the good aspects. After choosing a very pretty place to build the hermitage, Rama held the hands of Lakshmana and said, "O gentle one, surrounded by trees which are fully bloomed and without any ups and downs, this place is very suitable to build a hermitage. This place with a tank nearby with fully open lotus flowers of great fragrance shining like the sun is very pretty. As indicated by the Supreme Soul, Agastya, here is the river Godavari, which is surrounded by flowering trees with swans, ducks, and birds. Not far from here, you can hear deer making love and peacocks making sounds while eating grains, and you can also see innumerable caves and sandy beaches. These mountains, which look like huge mountains, have ores of gold, silver, and copper, and they look like windows on the mountains. The place is full of sala and palm trees growing densely and not allowing light inside. There are also thamala trees, date palms, jackfruit trees, and plants of wild rice, themisa trees, pongami trees, mango trees, which make the place shine, asoka trees, tilaka trees, champaka trees, kethaka trees, climbing plants on trees with flowers emitting fragrance, sandalwood trees, kandamba trees, leafy plants which creep over and cover the ground, aswakarna and kandira plants, and sami and kimsuka and patala trees which provide firewood. This is holy, this is sacred, this has many types of animals, and so, Lakshmana, we will stay here with the bird Jatayu." When Rama told like this to Lakshmana, that powerful one built a hermitage for his brother speedily. Lakshmana built a very spacious cottage made of grass. After leveling and raising the earth for a raised floor for the cottage, he built strong pillars with long bamboos, and on those pillars he made excellent rafters, and the branches of shamli trees were spread out, twined firmly with twines of grass strands, and with cross-laid bamboos for thatching, and over that blades of kusha grass and leaves acacia were spread, and covered well the roof. And thus that mighty Lakshmana made the best and most spacious leaf cottage, with a level surface for the residence of Rama, and that worthy residence was a feast to the eye. Immediately after, Lakshmana went to the river Gandhavari, took a bath, and after finishing the good task of picking lotus flowers, came back. After making the offering of flowers, he invoked peace as per the ritualistic rules. He showed Rama the hermitage constructed by him. After seeing that peaceful hermitage along with Sita, Rama expressed happiness with the hermitage with the roof of leaves. With great happiness, Rama hugged Lakshmana with his hands tightly and very affectionately and said, "Oh, by your great act, I am so pleased, and I am giving this hug for the sake of what you have done. My righteous father was not aware of your capacity to understand the feelings of others, your feelings of gratefulness, your expertise in Dharma, of who you were, his son." That Rama, who was an increaser of auspiciousness, after saying like this to Lakshmana, resided in that place prosperously. That soul of Dharma, along with Sita and served by Lakshmana, lived there for some time, like devas living in heaven. Thus ends chapter 15, and Rama setting up a quasi-permanent residence, the first one he's really had from what we can understand. And I would like to note in chapter 14, this talks about the beginning of the world. It's worthy of your time to compare this to the Srimad Bhagavatam. Well, maybe it's not worthy of your time, but it's something I would want to do. To go, okay, here's what the Srimad Bhagavatam says, because we have read in the Srimad Bhagavatam on this channel the creation of the world. Now, or at least through, as of this point, I've read only up to Canto 5. It'd be interesting to compare these two stories. I have seen people who will say, oh, well, all the stories are right. Have you compared them? Well, I don't need to, because they're right. Yes, but how do you know that? Oh, because you've heard it been told, and you believe in the scriptures. But that doesn't work for me. To just take things at face value. If you're going to take the scriptures at face value without comparing, why don't you just take movies and books and whatever else, and I'm going to go, oh, I heard it's great, I love it. No. We don't act like that. But for the scriptures, we don't want to read these things because it takes too much time. I do understand that. But maybe there might be something here worth discussing if we could compare. Discrepancies we need to discuss. Overlaps that create this amazing story. Just this rich story of the creation of the world, which is, maybe unique and different than any other creation story of any other religion.